Well, smoking weed, if that's what you choose to do, that's a luxury. That's not something that's just part of your everyday thing. There's times inside my life where I had like $20 and I had to figure out, I'm still trying to figure out, okay, how can I get enough gas to get me where I'm going? Get a little Wendy's 4 for 4 deal and still have enough to get my weed in a Rello. You know, it's crazy when you get into these situations and you just won't stop. Yo, what up, world? 502 King Paul coming out with another video, man. Man, I was just sitting here thinking, pondering on something. I done had a lot of ups in my life. I done had a lot of downs in my life. A whole lot of downs. And it just amazes me, man, when I look back on those hard times that I had inside my life. Somehow, some way, I still managed to smoke weed all day, every day. I'm talking no car, no house, you know, didn't like the job I was in, but couldn't get another job because I couldn't go and take my own drug test. And I know there are ways around it, but it was so much that I had to go through to even get a job, man, but I still would not stop smoking. I remember I tried all kind of stuff, drinking a whole bunch of water. They have some little, it's like the gelatin, and you're supposed to drink that and drink Gatorade. Man, I made myself sick trying to do all these little different tricks and get other people's pee and all kind of stuff, man. It's just crazy when I look back on all the things I did instead of me stopping. At least for a little while, I just kept on smoking. I was riding down the street the other day and I seen a young dude on the bus stop rolling up a blunt. And I see this all the time. I see people all the time on the bus stop inside my city, different bus stops around the city, and they just sitting there rolling up blunts. I know somebody whose situation's not good, don't have transportation, not inside a job that they want, living situation ain't right, still smokes weed all day, every day. And it just amazes me, man. I know people who don't have custody of their children, barely see their children, don't have a car, don't have a house, don't have a job, none of that, but still find a way somehow to keep on smoking weed all day, every day. Now, I know I got some people who watch this channel and you still smoke weed, and that's cool if that's what you want to do. I don't shame nobody. I'm not here to lecture you or none of that, man. All I'm saying is we got to get smarter with the way that we move. It doesn't make sense when you barely have any money at all. And I've been there before, so don't think I'm saying this from a perspective of, you know, I just want to talk bad about people or talk down on people. That's not what I'm doing. But I just want to open up your mind and open up the thought process, man, because it amazes me when I see people who are in these crazy life situations and still smoking weed all day, every day. And yeah, true enough, I understand. I understand. As crazy as all that sounds, I understand. Some people, man, weed seems like the only thing that's keeping you sane. Seems like the only thing that's stopping you from just jumping off the deep end. The only thing that's keeping you going day after day. But I just want to suggest something, man. I just want to put this out inside this video. If your life, something inside your life is bothering you that much to where you feel like you got to get high, you got to get drunk, you got to pop pills, you got to do heroin, you got to do whatever it is. If it's something that's bothering you that bad, work hard to change whatever that circumstance is. You know, if you can't get a job and you smoking weed, man, stop smoking weed and focus on getting that job. If you smoking weed to take away the thoughts about you not having enough money, then get out here and get a job, man. There's plenty of jobs. I don't know about all the countries all over the world, but I can tell you in my city, in my state, in my country, there's jobs all over the place. I got a little cousin right now making like 20-something an hour working at Walmart. When I first started my real big boy, grown man job, I came in making like 14 and some change. Now, given this was probably about 2011, but still, I mean, that's crazy to look at that. I know it's inflation and all that, but it's crazy. Like, you can go out here and get a McDonald's job making $20 an hour. If you have nothing, then how can you complain? You know, you shouldn't be, pride and broke don't go together. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people want to sit there and wait, or they pride's too high for them to do certain things, but it just doesn't make sense, man. This whole society has a hustle backwards kind of mentality. You know, smoking weed, if that's what you choose to do, that's a luxury. That's not something that's just part of your everyday thing. There's times inside my life where I had like $20 and I had to figure out, I'm still trying to figure out, okay, how can I get enough gas to get me where I'm going? Get a little Wendy's 4 for 4 deal and still have enough to get my weed in a Rello. You know, it's crazy when you get into these situations and you just won't stop, man. I've seen so many people, like I said, I know people personally, they don't have custody of their kids. They don't spend time with their kids. They don't have much, but they still find a way to get high. I think what we got to do is work on that root cause of why. You know, why are you getting high? Just think about it, because all of us know it's reasons. I can look back over my life and say, okay, this is the reason why I was getting high. I was going through this breakup. I had my heart broke. So I'm getting high to stop thinking about this so I can just move on with my life. I'm getting high so I don't think about how broke I am. I'm getting high because all this chaos is going on inside of my life and I just want to find some kind of peace. But I tell y'all time and time again, and whether people want to listen or not, I'm going to give you the real from my perspective in my life, man. My peace that I truly found was when I started really having and building a relationship with God. Like, that's my peace. That's my peace. It doesn't matter what else is going on around me. It doesn't matter if I'm up, if I'm down, because it still happens to me to this day. Not to the extreme of what it was back then. Thank God it's not the same situations to where I'm having to worry about, okay, can I pay my bills? Can I do this? Can I do that? Man, when I really started focusing on my relationship with God, he started making ways where there was no way. And when I look back over my life, his track record's like 10,000 for 10,000 or 1,000,000 for 1,000,000, like never failed at any point. And now it's to the point where every time something comes up inside my life and I start stressing about it, I pray about it and I forget it. And when I start stressing about it again after I already prayed about it, I think, man, how many times has God brought you through these situations before? A lot of people think, and it's a mental thing, man. It's a mental thing, especially when it comes to weed, drugs, alcohol, whatever. It's a mental thing. And once you can get past that point, once you can move on past that point, focus on the things that are going to improve your life for real, you can get through it. It's nothing. It's nothing. And I'm saying this from somebody who's done it themselves. I was addicted, smoking weed for I don't know how many years, man, at this point, because it's crazy. Like I said, I started young. I had like a little break. I smoked a little bit in between, picked up in college. But like as far as like really addicted to like every day, I would say from like 2009 all the way up till a couple of years ago, man, like I was really just addicted. And it was hard for me to let that go. And I tried time and time and time again. And all the ups and downs I had during that time, I look back on it, it just doesn't make sense. Like, Paul, how you not going to have a house, but you smoking weed? How you not going to have a car, but you smoking weed? How you not going to be able to pay your bills, but you smoking weed? How you got $20 and trying to figure out how you going to split it between, like I said, a dollar menu food and, you know, your weed, a little bit of gas, a Rello, papers, whatever it is I can smoke out of, man. It's just mind-boggling when I look over it, man. And I'm just putting out this video because, like I said, I don't want to judge nobody. It's just being honest, y'all. Being honest about it. Because I don't want people to go through the same stuff I was going through. And then you come out of it and you look back and you're like, damn, I wasted a lot of money. I wasted a lot of time thinking that I had to keep on smoking this drug over and over and over again just to get through the day. I understand. Don't get me wrong. I understand people go through abuse. People go through all kinds of pains and traumas inside their life. And I understand self-medication because I did it over and over and over and over again. I did it for many years. I did it for over a decade. I just told y'all. But that's not the way to live. I'm much more happier now inside of my life. I'm much more confident now inside of my life than what I was before. And I got some other topics I want to hit on, but I just want to put this message out here because somebody needs to hear it, man. Somebody's at rock bottom right now and still smoking weed. Somebody doesn't have a house right now, still smoking weed. Somebody doesn't have transportation right now still smoking weed. They haven't seen their children, still smoking weed. They can't get a job, still smoking weed. And we just got to get into a better mind state as people, man. And I'm just trying to put out these videos to help, to motivate, to inspire. Not as somebody who's talking down, but somebody who's talking across the table to you, because I've been there before myself. But I pray that this video impacts your life in a positive way. I pray this video touches you, because somebody needs to hear this, man. You don't need it. Even if you want to keep on smoking weed, if you're at rock bottom right now, do yourself that favor. Have that love for yourself. Have that love for yourself to say, I'm going to delay this. I'm going to put this off for just a little while until I can get my life together. Once I get my life together, you know, if I choose to, you know, stop for a few months or whatever the case is, stop for a month, whatever, and then I want to go back to it, and you go on back to it. But it's all about priorities, man. It's all about where you want to be inside of life. And the last thing you want to do is do something like what I did, where you go 10 plus years wasting a lot of time, a lot of money. When you sit there and calculate up all that money that you spent on weed, those 10s, those 20s, those 50s, those 60s, those 30s, over and over and over and over and over again. I mean, you gotta think, if you go 10 days, just go 10 days spending $30 a day out of the month, that's $300. $300. That's what, $3,600 inside of a year? It's crazy, man. And then multiply that over 10 years, it's $36,000. And I know people spending much more money than that, but I'm just trying to put it into perspective, man. Think about it. Life, unfortunately and fortunately, it's a hustle. It's a grind from day one. And you either get with the game or you get rolled over by the game. It's 502 King Palm, and I love y'all. Y'all stay blessed. More videos coming. Till next time, I'm out.